The mix it, I'm gonna take a 4-0 now, 4-0 now, 4-0 now, 4-0, 4-0, 4-0 now. But for now, I'm loco. But for now, the service beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud. Can't touch down. Some celebs pull up loco. You know we are mess, pull up mobos. They don't be there on repeat, they like oh no. Where's the mix it, I'm gonna take a 4-0 now, 4-0 now, 4-0 now, 4-0, 4-0, 4-0 now. But for now, I'm loco. But for now, the service beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud. Can't touch down. Some celebs pull up loco. You know we are mess, pull up mobos. They don't be there on repeat, they like oh no. Where's the mix it, I'm gonna take a 4-0 now, 4-0 now, 4-0 now, 4-0, 4-0, 4-0 now. But for now, I'm loco. But for now, the service beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud. Can't touch down.
Yes, my people, big up yourself, big up the whole Metric community. Smash the likes on your way in. You know we're always here with the United news. No days off. Let's get it. Come on, man. We're going to get into it, man. There's loads going on. There's some talks. Ben Jacobs, the boy Fabrizio. Bare little things happening out here. We're going to start off and we're going to talk about all of it. We'll kick it off with the Rashford stuff. Obviously, we don't know what's going on with the skeezer, man. Like, is he going to stay over there? Is he not? He wants to stay. But there's loads going on. Let's get into it anyway. But smash the likes, my peoples, man. Let's get this thing going. So we kick it off here and look at this. Boom. Obviously, Marcus Rashford, he wants to stay at Barcelona. It's a dream move for him, apparently. He's loving it over there. He's doing bits. But Carrick ain't got no problem bringing him back. Carrick ain't got no beef for him. That was an Amrin thing. The little passer that we had with him was Amrin. Amrin's gone now. You can come back, bro. So Man United and Barcelona have open talks over Marcus Rashford. Michael Carrick is open to bringing him back. But Rashford isn't keen on returning. He wants to stay there. But Barca don't want to pay the 30 million euros. So Barca are sitting there and they're saying, bro, we don't want to pay that 30 million euros, which is a bit crazy. When you actually think about it, we're already bumping ourselves. 26 million pounds is what we're basically getting for Rashford, which is crazy. And they're still sitting there and fighting with us and saying, nah, we don't want to pay that money there. That's crazy. And even when you look at the work that Rashford's put in this season, he's actually done okay over there. I remember seeing that he's got, is it 18 GA or something like that? As you can see, if we look at him now, this is what he's been keeping up with over there. What's this about? Verify that you're human. Why is it saying that? I'm human, bro. Look at that. He's a lot of greens. He's in the greens. And he's got about, let's see how much he's got exactly. 4 goals in La Liga, 6 assists. So that's 10 GA, 13 games started in 21 matches. Obviously, there's the cup games as well, etc. He's doing well over there. He is doing well. I'll be real. He's doing okay. And everyone kind of thought he was going to do well. But yeah, they're saying they want to pay less than 30 million euros. So they want to pay about 20 million, 18 million euros for him. And that's what's going on right now. The boy Matteo Moretto, he works with Fabrizio Romano. So whenever he says something, you might as well just know that Fabrizio's going to come out and say the same thing soon. And then obviously, since that's come out, Matteo Moretto letting us know what's going on. We've had reports that's obviously came out since then and said, yo, it's not going to happen. Man United are staying stern. And this is what Omar Barada and them are bringing to this. This is what they're on. They're trying to be stern now. They saw what going with the Branthwaite and all of that. And they said, no, we're not going to go and pay that. We'll let him go. So now they've turned around and gone, no. So as you can see, the boy Andy Mitten, he works for the Athletics. He's with Laurie Whitwell. He's with Ornstein. He rolls with that whole crew. He's come out and said, listen, Man United are not intending to renegotiate the amount of Marcus Rashford's buy option. It's either that, bro. Pay that 26 million or send him back. That's it. We done you lot a deal where you lot can have Rashford hit there on loan. You lot pay for his wages. You don't have to give us no money for the loan. Just pay for his wages and he's yours. We done you lot that deal and we put the buy option was 30 million. We didn't do no obligation. We said 30 million is the buy option. So you pay the 30 million, he's yours. You don't want to pay the 30 million, no problem. Carrick wants him back. Carrick don't mind him coming back. And we don't mind him coming back. He had beef with Amrin. Amrin didn't want him in there. He's a 4-2-3-1 player. We ain't got a left winger at the moment. We've got rid of Garnacho. We've got rid of Rashford. We've got rid of Sancho. All our left wingers are gone. So he can come back, and that's just easier for us. Obviously, we don't want him back. He's on 300K. They don't want him to be on that wages, and he was jogging. Let's be real. When he got sold or whatever, the loan, he wasn't really playing for the badge. He was walking around, jogging. He didn't want to be there. It was like he was forced to go work. But they're trying to play the game as well. So you lot don't want to pay that money, don't pay the money. It is where it is, but just let him go. So this is on Rashford, really. Obviously, he don't mind whatever happens. He'll rather stay at Barcelona, but they're trying to take the piss with the... I get why they're trying to do it, because he's on 300K, so they're trying to say, yeah, let's pull it a bit more down so that we can pay him his wages and sort that out. But Rashford will take a pay cut. He took a pay cut for them to be able to afford him just for the loan already. So the fact that he took a pay cut then, he will take a pay cut to stay. He's loving life in Spain. He loves it there. He's doing what he needs to do. And obviously, they're more ambitious than us when you look at it. They're more going for titles. They're in a title race. They're banging it as well. We're not in no title race. He doesn't want to come back here and then be up and down project manager. Who does? Then to be on Barcelona and you lot are actually going for the title every year. You're expected to win every single game. If you look at them, look at that. They're 2 points off Real Madrid. Obviously, they lost yesterday, and he's injured at the moment anyway. So that's the situation with him, man. 30 million euros. His contract obviously runs out in... When does it run out? His contract runs out. It's a loan, so it runs out at the end of the summer. But I'm saying his contract with Manchester United, when does it run out? I'm trying to think. I think it runs out 2028. There you go. So 2028. So not this summer coming. 2 years. We can still keep him. So there's no rush for us to get rid of him. We got Sancho, Malacia, Harry Maguire, Casemiro. Their contracts are running out at the end of the season. It's like, yo, you got to do something. Kobe Mainoo's contract's running out at the end of next summer. Not this one, the next one. They're more rushy. We don't need to rush with him. It is where it is, but it's the wages. The 300K, and he's not going to come here and play mad. That's why we're saying, nah, let's not do it. But it is where it is. That's the situation with Rashford. Andy Mittens come out and basically shut it down and said, yo, it's a myth. Forget about it. It's not going to happen. We're not going to think. But Matteo Moretto, he works with Fabrizio. So this is good sources on good sources. This is not no team talk or someone that's a bit meaty. This is Matteo Moretto who works for Fabrizio Romano. So sometimes he just writes it out. Fabrizio won't even bother until it's like something bigger. So he said, listen, they've open talks over Rashford. But then Andy Mitten, who is very reliable as well, he's come out today at 3:54 after Matteo Moretto and said, yo, it's not happening. They're not going to renegotiate. It's a myth. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Are we staying stern? Are we not staying stern? And even if you look at it again, Daryl Khan's come out and said more or less the same thing. Daryl Khan's come out and said the same thing. And he works for obviously Sky Sports. And he said, look, Man United are not renegotiating with Barcelona over the option fee for Rashford. Despite reports, Barca want a lower price. United's stance hasn't changed. The option remains £26 million, and the club aren't interested in lowering it now or later. Pay the money or leave us alone. That's why it's in the thumbnail. Pay the money or bounce. Keep it moving. Sky Sports, Andy Mitten, they're all coming out and saying the same thing. So I don't know what's going to happen with Rashford, man. But like I said, if Rashford comes back, he comes back. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be a big thing. It's not like he can come and impress us. He's a player. There's definitely a player there when he's feeling himself, when he's confident, etc. Yeah, there's times where he presses and he's not really pressing, he's not running, and there has been bad times, but you can look at them times and say, yeah, it was bad times for everyone. Who was playing good? Who was shining? Now we're in a better place. Who knows? And the left wing spot is there. There's no one that has got that left wing spot tightened. Nobody, literally. So we need a left winger because you've seen who we're linked with anyway. So I think they're putting the reports out there to say we're not going to, we don't mind. Carrick wants him to stay. We don't mind keeping him, etc. I think they're putting it out there. So you lot pay your money. I know you're broke alone and you've done all this crazy stuff with Messi, but forget about that. Just come and pay your money and we'll keep it moving. So that's the situation with Rashford, man. We'll see what happens, man. There's talks that things have opened. There's things that are not open. Who knows? We don't. No one knows. We're all stuck. But this is all reliable sources saying it. So some are saying that it's not. Man United are not going to have it. They're saying no. Matteo Moretto saying they're having some sort of chats. Maybe they could have had a chat. They could have had a chat about it, and then they turned around and said, listen, we're not even going to do all of that. We've thought about it. We've thought about it. No. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But that's the boy Marcus Rashford anyway. We're going to get into the rest of the news, and then we'll get these comments in a sec. Bam. So, cool, man. Obviously, Rich Critchley came out yesterday, and Chris Wheeler's just come out as well and said some stuff about this. I'm going to show you. So this Ratcliffe stuff, people think that it's just going under the radar, that it's done now. No, this thing's going mad because sponsorships. We still haven't got a training kit sponsor. For our training kit, we still haven't got a sponsor. So now that Ratcliffe's come out and said these mad stuff, these mad words and all of that, it's gone even worse now. Where it's like people are not even trying to do business with us the same, commercials, etc. And one thing that you lot all know about this bald-head geezer here is he loves money, this Glazer. All he cares about is money. So the Glazers and Ratcliffe, they might end up having a mad fallout where it ends up going mad left. I'm telling you, it sounds small and you're not really hearing about it as much, but I'm telling you, things are brewing. And I'm going to show you something else in a minute. This is just one thing out of many. But this is what Critchley's come out. Critchley works for the Athletics, Ornstein, Robbie Whitwell, all of that. And he's on Talk of the Devils. And obviously they've got their own little podcast now. And this is what he's come out and said. The club received tons of emails from supporters, individual fans who were disgruntled with what had been said. So everyone was pissed. They received one from the fans forum representatives who obviously weren't happy either. And this is a story I know we will, they've spelled it a bit wrong, as you can see. It seems like I'm reading it wrong, but look, this is a story I know that it seems like everybody. It sounds mad. Like, what are you saying? Obviously, my man's wrote it wrong. The story that we see, everybody else has had their say on it, and now we're finally getting around to it. But it's a story that's going to run and run and run. And I think that there's going to be repercussions for United sponsorships. This is mental. People are not understanding what's going on. Sir Jim's gone out there and said this immigrant talk and gone mad. Shows who he really is. And now everybody's going to be, bro, everyone's an immigrant. More like people are immigrants everywhere. So that you think them sponsorships that's got Adidas and this person and that person and they've got all these backgrounds, etc. They're not going to be praying and saying, no, we don't want to work with Man United. Forget that. Look at what the owner said. I don't want to work with him. I don't want to put money in their pocket. It's going to dull you down, bro. And this is what's going on. So it's getting kind of tense. And like I said, Glazers came out the other day. There was something about the Glazers. They're not happy. They're not happy with them comments already. And Sir Jim had to apologize already, but that might not even be enough. This is what came out the other day. Sir Jim issued an apology to the Glazers for his controversial remarks on immigration, which have cast a shadow over Manchester United. The Glazers are reportedly deeply concerned about how the fallout from Ratcliffe's comments could affect United's relationships with sponsors and commercial partners going forward. Bro, this could be a blessing in disguise, you know. Let's be real here. This could be a blessing in disguise because, bro, you might have to look at it. They might turn around and say, we're dropping you out, Sir Jim. You've gone mad. You've messed up our business. We've cut you out. So now they can mess with us because we know. Because remember, people are looking at it and saying, yo, I don't want to deal with Man United because they've got a guy there that's potentially racist or etc. That's what will be the case. So it's either you cut the snake off with the Glazers. They say, let's get rid of the Sir Jim guy and just deal without him. Or I'm leaving. I can't be bothered for this. The whole fan base hate me anyway. I'll leave the Sir Jim guy here. I'm going to sell the club. It is what it is. I'm just going to get out of it because I've been here for 20 years. I've got all the money I can. It's getting mad now. No one wants to deal with us. I remember we're already going through a madness where we can't even get a sponsor for the training kit. That's what we've been going through already this year. This year, before all of this. Now, you've come out here and said this mad stuff. Who's going to want to deal with you? So the Glazers are concerned already. And then on top of that, as you can see, this story is going to be running and running and running. There's nothing. This is no short-term thing. People think, yeah, it happened. It's done. The way everything goes on social media now, things come true. You see it 15, 20 minutes. You don't think about it again now because this is going to affect them commercially. Money ain't going to be the same. Sponsors, etc., partnerships. They might not come true and do things. And then when that happens, that's going to cause some sort of division, which is crazy. And yeah, man, this Sir Jim guy, that's what I'm saying. It might be a blessing in disguise. He showed us who he really is. And then on top of that, they end up splitting where Glazers might just sell the club and say, you know, we need to get out of it. This is long. Or they might cut off Sir Jim. But we would rather them sell the club. Let's be real. Just sell the club, get rid of it. And if they sell the club, Sergio has to go anyway. It is where it is. If they come and say we have to sell it, we want our 7 billion, 6 billion, someone comes in and buys the club and then it's done anyway. So it is where it is, man. But there definitely is going to be some sort of traction going on with this. And it's not the end of it. So don't think that, yeah, this is it. I'm telling you, some more things are going to come out about this. And as you can see, Critchley speaking about it. And we'll see, man. We still ain't got no training kit. This is why they even buy the training kit. Because I'm saying, if I walk around with no sponsor on the training kit, by the time the sponsor comes, I'm going to look like I'm old. I've got the old jumper because everyone's wearing a new one with a training kit. But it never even came. And we're in February now. So there's not going to be no sponsor for the training kit. This is what I'm saying. So we're dealing with some mad stuff already, where it's already gone left, where we're Man United and we can't even get a sponsor for the training kit. Maybe this is because we're not in Europe and all of that, and they're thinking there's no point. We're playing 40 games this season. The sponsor, they might not get as much publicity that they want. Who knows? But it is where it is, man. I don't know what's going on. But watch out for that story there. I'm telling you, like, that one's going to blow up a bit more. So let's get into some of the rest of the news. Like I said, within the last 24 hours, a lot's come out. The boy Onana, he might be coming back very soon. Obviously, he's there. They've got no cut-off period. But I don't think they're going to keep him. Yeah, I'll be real with you. Trabzonspor, their fans are onto him. And they want his head on a stick. Literally, they want him out of there. And you know that Turkish league is different. The presidents come on the field. There's always fighting. Their games get locked off more than anyone. And as you can see how crazy it's going. For the love of God, get this goalkeeper out of the pitch. Send this goalkeeper on the first plane. What a useless guy. What did this goalkeeper do in the match? How is it possible to score a goal so easily? He'd be better off leaving the goal empty. I can see Onana's situation turning into a real headache for the club. If this form continues, it will be tough for Man United to move him on if he doesn't improve. This is what I'm saying. It's not good for us because he went over there. They were kind of rating him at first. I was kind of happy. Yes, Onana, they were singing songs and that. Now they are tired of him, bro. And if he gets that reputation over there and his videos start getting viral again, it's crazy. Look at this. Look, it's red. You know, red is terrible. That's a terrible game when it's red. You're meant to be blue. When it's blue, that means you're excellent. Green, that means you was good. Orange means you was average. You was okay. Red means terrible. That's what he got up to over there. Let's go and have a look. You can see the 3 goals. Got a yellow card as well. Crazy. Goals prevented. It said minus 1.59. Minus. Different. So, yeah, we got to hope we can just bank whatever we can because we got Lamens in. He steadied the ship, of course. And then there's talks about us getting another goalkeeper to basically battle it out with Lamens. But we can't have Onana sitting there with 190, 180K a week or whatever he's on the bench as well. It's going to be a headache. And he was having all these things where he was sitting there and saying, yeah, he wants to be able to come back and fight for his spot, which is crazy. Look at the XG. They didn't even have a big XG, but because my man's so trash, anything just goes in, literally. The XG weren't even that. 3 goals of 0.76 is crazy. That's mental. No penalties. You know this Onana guy already. And you know what's crazy about this whole situation as well, when you think about it, is you see us as fans, like we sat there and we actually watched a few of these players and we knew that they were trash. They weren't good enough for Man United. We knew it. They've gone to their clubs and then their fans are saying the same thing. Onana, Garnacho, same thing. It's only the McTominay that he's gone to Italy and he's balled out and everyone, Man United, they shouldn't have sold him and blah, blah, blah. But, bro, majority of the people that we're selling, Sancho scored 1 goal or something. Like, everyone that we've letting go, apart from Rashford, and you know we had his stuff with the manager, but Garnacho, Onana, Sancho, they wasn't good enough for Man United. And they've proved that. You know what I mean? There's only some of them that go to like different leagues and it's like a bit more easier. Like Anthony's balling up for Real Betis. He's doing what he needs to do. Slower league. It's not as physical, etc. Rashford, do your thing. Of course, we always known he's got that in him anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? And McTominay's gone over there. Hoyland's gone 10 games without a goal. They're not saying anything. But then when he scores, Man United, like, it's crazy. So this is the situation, bro. But we need to hope that this geezer can somehow get through all the way to the end of the season and not make some more blunders. Because if he does, we're not getting a penny out of him. Yeah, and we need that money there to go and invest that on someone else and just be able to chill out. We need that in him. And this guy, look, he's just been average. He's got a 1-2 greens in there. but he always concedes. This is what I'm saying. He's got one clean sheet. One clean sheet in his last 10 games. And people act like, raw, why was you lot moving so mad? Look at this, what we was dealing with. Man can't climb across, nothing. One clean sheet in his last 10. Let's see the 10 before that. He lost one. Oh, that's what's that? AFCON. He didn't go AFCON, did he? 13th of November. Yeah. So yeah, barely anything, man. This is just a Nana being a Nana, man. But we just need to hope that we can get where we can. But they are tired of him anyway. That's the main story of that, is they are knackered of him. We got these talks about the boy Nagelsmann. Obviously, I don't know what's going to happen. He's on the list. He must be high up there now that Ancelotti signed a new contract. Tuchel signed a new contract. So he must be high up there. Obviously, he fucks with Vivell heavy. Vivell loves getting little gems over there, etc. So who knows? But I know that we wanted someone that's Premier League proven. So we wanted someone that knows the Prem, knows the managers in the Prem already, understands it. Because we've done the same thing with Ten Hag. He was the hottest guy at the time, the flavour of the month. We got Ten Hag in. Yeah, we won a trophy at both seasons. And then, bam, was it good enough in the league? We was getting wiped. Do you know what I'm saying? And then we had the same thing with Amrin. We went to the Europa League final, but he's the flavour of the month. But then he just couldn't make it work in the Prem. Like, your tactics ain't working in the Prem. Obviously, if he does it with Germany, Germany's a bit different. You'll get all your stars. Do you know what I'm saying? You've done it with Germany. Say he wins the World Cup. Yo, you have to respect him. That's a big tournament with a lot of good managers. You've gone out there and done your thing. But apart from that, I can't see him being the guy just because of the Premier League proven. But then when you think about it, with no Tuchel, no Ancelotti, who else has won things in the Prem that is even an option? Iriola, Glasner plays a free at the back. That's his best position, what he's won things in. If they're going to bring him in to come and do what he done at Palace, they're going to say, come with what you come. Not come and switch it up. Some Amrin stuff. Iriola ain't really won nothing. He went like an 11-game unbeaten, winless run. Like, it's so hit and miss. You just got to bank with someone and just say that. There's the Zerbi talks. The Zerbi's a bit of a loose cannon. He could just go mad anytime. I know they've got PTSD from Amrin going mad. And Glasner done that as well. Glasner went mad in the press conference and tried to get himself sacked. Same thing. So we're dealing with a lot of managers that's got hiccups. It's just up and down. You've got one person like De Zerbi. He was doing it in the Prem. Went to Marseille. He was okay, but then he started getting slapped left, right, and centre. But you can just spaz out any day. Any day you can go in a press conference and just spaz out. You just know he's got it in him. Glasner, he won his trophy. He won the FA Cup and the Community Shield, playing a free at the back. We know how that free at the back was going crazy. Every time we drew, forget losing, we just had to draw a game and they'll ask about the system. Is it the system? Is it the system? Since we've changed back to a 4, not including the 2 games that Fletcher took over for, we're unbeaten. We're unbeaten, literally. Even that game, innit? Fletcher took over for against Burnley. We never lost. But yeah, so they're going to say, listen, you know the squad is good in a 4. I know Glasner can switch it up and play different formations, but it's not going to make any sense. So I don't really know who you go for. Marco Silva, I'm not too sure on him. Who else is leaving? Glasner, Marco Silva, Iriola, De Zerbi. It's just all over the place. But Nagelsmann's definitely up there. And obviously, because we got Vivell, anything could happen. So we'll see what happens, man. But this is just some talks about that anyway. McTominay's looking like he's going to sign a new contract over there at Napoli. There's been talks about him coming back. See, sometimes people just come out with the craziest stories ever. Like, why would we get him back? Like, to play where? We're not even playing with 10s anymore. You was better off saying that when we had Amrin here. When we had Amrin, you was better off saying that we're going to bring McTominay back. Like, that's just come out recently. I don't get it. I don't know, man. Obviously, Finn came out yesterday and said that Klopp's agent came out and said that basically Chelsea and Man United both inquired for Klopp as soon as he left Liverpool, but Klopp made it clear that he doesn't want to leave. He doesn't want to leave. He doesn't want to manage any team in England apart from Liverpool. He loves Liverpool and he never wants to go down the route where he messes up his legacy over there. I don't know. This ain't really news. Like, it's something that's just come out. Wow. Because there's nothing really going on. When the transfer window's closed and you get these little stories, it's so pointless that you just got to come and talk about it anyway. But it's just like, okay, all right, say we did. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing to it at all. It's a joke thing, but it is what it is. This Liverpool link, it will never happen. He managed Liverpool. They're our biggest rivals. He beat us 7-0. How is it ever going to happen anyway? It doesn't even make sense. But that is something stupid that the Glazers will probably do. They probably would go up to him and approach him and say da-da-da-da. So who knows? We had some talks about Toby Collier. Obviously, he was with West Brom and then he went to Hull. And Hull, they were fighting promotion. I don't know where they are now, if they're still fighting promotion. But it was actually in that promotion. They were in promotion to the Prem. Yeah, they're still in there. Look, at this time, they're in the promotion positions. So Toby Collier moved from West Brom, who is at the relegation zone, looking like, look at that, they're fighting more or less relegation. Brought him back for his injury, and then we sent him to Hull. So you can, go out there and play some football and get them in the Prem. If you get them in the Prem, they'll probably buy you. You know what I'm saying? And he's got injured again, as he always does. He's been getting injured a lot, and ended up getting injured again. So hopefully, it's only going to be 3 weeks. So hopefully, it's not too bad, and he can end up playing for them a little bit more, because to have him on the bench is no point. He's just a man that's going to be another body to run around. So good on him. We had this stuff about Matthias Mane. This is from a Liverpool journalist, mainly Liverpool FC, and he's come out and saying that Man United have been linked with Wolves winger Matthias Mane. So he's talking about it's nothing to do with us. We would be gassing up these players and just putting it out there ourselves. But this is Liverpool journalist saying it. Where's he got his info from? You know what I'm saying? Is there anything in there that we should know about? I don't know. Obviously, we've had these little links about Matthias Mane, but we'll have to see in it. Remember, that's their ticket. When you look at Wolves, they're definitely getting relegated. They looked at it. When it was the beginning of the season, who was you going to get your money from? Wolves. Because when you're getting relegated, you always got to look at your players. Who we're going to get money from to be able to reinvest and then try and get back in the Prem? Because a lot of people are going to leave. So they knew Strand Larson is a man they're going to get the money for. 40 million they got from Palace. They knew that João Gomez is another man they was going to get money for. That was their only two that they was going to get money for. João Gomez and Strand Larson. They threw this guy in, Rob Edwards, and then he's moving serious. So they've done good with that one. So he's another one that they're going to try holding a little 30, 40 million. I think he's only 18 or something. So they're going to want to like it's a 30, 40. Remember, Southampton went down. Their money was dibbling. They tried to say 100 million and then Everton bought him for 34 and they don't even play him. You know what I'm saying? So everyone's got that player that they know we're going to get money for this player. Leicester had Fatawu, but he got injured. That's what messed him up. Everyone's always got someone. So we'll see. Obviously, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Nottingham Forest and all of that, where whoever goes down. Because if West Ham go down, let West Ham go down, bro. And Wan-Bissaka's getting a move. Jared Bowen probably end up somewhere like Tottenham. Who else is there? Look, West Ham, you got Jared Bowen, that Fernandez geezer for West Ham. Fernandez, Wan-Bissaka, Jared Bowen. They're getting a move, 100%. That Diouf geezer's cold. I think we need him as a left back. Him and Dorgu back-to-back cold. I'll be cool with that. And then if you look at West Forest, they got Einar, right back, Morgan Gibbs White, Anderson. Bro, it's going to be a field day. You know what I'm saying? Hutchinson, they got players galore. So it's going to be crazy, man. Tottenham, I hope Tottenham go down, but I doubt it's going to happen. So it is where it is. We'll see. But that's some talks about Matthias Mane. Then we got the gal. They got 7 wins in a row. Why don't this geezer, this haircut geezer, just turn around and say, you know what? The girls, I've got 5 wins in a row. I'm done. And just cut his hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would just do that. Or make a new challenge and say, if the girls get 10 wins in a row, I'm going to cut my hair. Because look at that. They're even doing the hair celebration with their hair when they're celebrating. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So he might as well just switch it up. If you're really taking this thing seriously, blood, I'm going to go with the girls, etc. and just do what I need to do. It's wait. I'm going to get these comments in a minute, my people. Smash the likes, man. These likes are not making no sense. I'll get these comments in a minute. Let me just show you that one more thing that's come out. So, boom, we got this talks now about this left back. Yeah, Ryerson obviously plays for Dortmund. Right back, not left back. Ryerson, he plays for Dortmund, and there's talks about he might be the guy that's going to be replacing Dalot. And we've been linked with him a few times, but I don't really take these things serious because we get linked with a lot of Dortmund players all the time, and we never go for any. I think we've only ever gone for, who's the keys are called? Sabitzer on loan. Everyone else, and obviously Sancho, but we get linked with Dortmund players all the time. Like every single minute, we'll get linked with a Dortmund player. So there's these talks about him, and it's been coming out for a minute. If I type his name in, you'll see more. But there's talks that we're monitoring him, and that's Baud. Baud is good for German news. They're very, very good. They literally told us about Sesko. Who else did they tell us about? Maserati. Like anything in German, they're with it and they go quick. So that came out about Ryerson. It's like I said, his name's been ringing for a minute. I don't really know about Ryerson too much. I don't know if he's sick. I don't know if he's good, bad. I don't know. The haircut's definitely trash. I don't know what he's doing with his haircut. But then obviously more talks have come out today, as you can see, at 144. If the rumours are true about Ryerson being targeted by Man United, true, and he arrives this summer, it can mean one of Dalot or Maserati makes way. There have been reports of Dalot with Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid, and Real Madrid. Atletico Madrid apparently are preying Dalot as well because they wanna have what's that geezer that's playing the Llorente back in his normal position. He's been having to play right back all season, so apparently he might be a Dalot replacement. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't really know too much about this Ryerson. If you don't know more about him, then let me know. I don't really watch the German league like that. I'm not a guy that's gonna come in and gas. Obviously, he's got a contract. He's Norway, plays with Haaland and that. 2028 June, and he's versatile, as you can see. He's all over the place. But then again, he's 28. So I can't see this happening. But this is what I'm telling you, though. We get linked with Dortmund players all the time. Metcha. Who else do we get linked to? We get linked to their players all the time, bro. So Schlotterbeck, we got linked with him 2 days ago. Metcha, we got linked with him before the window closed. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they always just come up. So I don't know, man. I don't know this geezer, but he's 28. I don't think Ineos are going to sign a 28-year-old. Since they've come in, I don't think they've even gone to them ages. They don't really do that. They go for younger players, so I don't know. And I thought maybe he might be a free. If he's a free agent or something in the summer, maybe it makes a bit of sense. But as you can see, he's had a sensational performance, 4 assists. Ooh, 4 assists against Mainz in the Bundesliga. So, boy, maybe they're looking at him as a guy, and he's playing as what? Basically like a wing-back. So maybe this made a bit of sense when Amrin was here. But 4 assists, I don't know. I don't know him. This is what I'm saying. I don't know this geezer at all. If you don't know him, if you don't know him to be a baller, let me know. But I don't know him at all. So I can't speak on him. But he's got 11 assists in 15, started 15 games. 20 games, he's got 11 assists and no goals. So you can see what job he does. He just assists them. So maybe if he drops back to right back, he's as good as well. Who knows? But 11 assists in 20 games is impressive. 100% for basically a right wing back. So yeah, man, we're linked with him. Apparently, he could be the guy if Dalot goes. Who knows? But we're always linked with Dortmund players. And obviously, this is not no one solidified. Bauer is good. They're okay. They put little things out there. Remember, they're not saying nothing crazy here. They're just saying Man United are closely monitoring. We might monitor him and then go, nah, he's not for us and give up. You know what I'm saying? It's not 100% we go and we have to make the move. Monitoring is just watching. So we might have sent some scouts over there to see what he's up to. And then we might get to the end of it and say, you know what? Nah, we don't really want him. But his hairstyle, he definitely got to change that hairstyle before he comes over it. 100%. Let me get a few of these comments, my people, and I'll get into it. Some more of the quotes. As you can see, there's loads going on with Man United and all of their transfer talks, etc. We're going to get into all of that in a second. Let me put this up there. Cool. So what's that then? Boom, 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 boom. Metric community. Big up yourself, man. Man United, man. That's my peoples. Pay or we'll take it away. Of course, man. Rashford, it is what it is, man. Pay the money for him. We're already bumping ourselves for that 26 million. 26 million, we're already bumping ourselves. Pay the money and he's all yours. You don't want to pay, no problem. Sadly, the Glazers can't cut Jim off. They signed all over the sporting rights of the club to him. They cannot take anything away from Sir Jim. It's up to Jim to leave. I don't know about that. They've got way more percentage than him, though. They must can come to something. He needs to walk away and leave along with the Glazers. If United want a sponsorship for the training kit, they could get it today, but they won't sponsor. Most likely why it's taking a while. Why are you making it sound like Rashford's leaving wasn't good for Man United? Do you not remember? Yeah, I said that. I said that, Andrew. You must have came in. You must have came in whilst I was speaking about him on the better side. Because at first I said, no, he was moving like he didn't want to be here. He was literally, he wasn't pressing nothing, bro. Do you get it? I said it straight. But that's why I don't care if he comes back or not. I just know that there's a left wing spot there that he could come back to. And I think, and I said this as well, I said, we're putting out these articles to say we don't mind him coming back. So Barcelona think we will take him back. And it was only Amrin that we really had beef with him for. Do you get it? I think they want him off the books, but they're not going to say that. He's on 300K. Remember, we had no sponsorship for months. Maybe we could find Onana a place. Trust me. We need to get rid of him ASAP, man. He's 28, turning 29. I think he's not coming, but he'll be good. 14 assists this season. Yeah, it says 11, but probably 14 and all, with all, probably. You're probably right. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. We'll see what happens with this geezer, but you know me, I just show you that what's going on. I don't really know if he's 30 like that or not. I don't know. But look at this now. Let's get into some more news, boom. So this is what's being said now. They're saying that McGrath, obviously McGrath knows his stuff. He's the one that broke the news about Mbumo and boom, boom, boom. And he said, listen, United did not spend in January, but they were talking to players and agents as they assess the markets who have been keen in interest direction of the club. You're giving the impression that it will be a full process of deciding who the next head coach would be. It will be an important summer for United in the transfer market as Casemiro is leaving. They will need to rebuild their central midfield. They are also in the market for centre-backs as the moment Harry Maguire, whose contract runs out in the summer, has not been agreed a new deal. Contingencies are being looked at. Obviously, they're looking at is if he was to go, who could we go out there and get? There's talks about Murillo. There's talks about other geezers. A lot of other centre-backs have come into the picture already. So we'll see. Chris Wheeler's just come out. Look at this. He's just said this. Look at the time. 5:35. So about 20 minutes ago, he's come out and said, after breaking into the top 4 of the Premier League under the new head coach, Michael Carrick, the club are under pressure to return to European football's elite competition for the first time in 3 years. I didn't even know it was that long. First time in 3 years. That's crazy. No Europe, Europa. Yeah, for real. For real. Fucking hell. Missing out this season could cost United around 100 million in Champions League revenue, as well as the 10 million penalty payable to sponsors Adidas. Another 10 million went to Ruben Amorim in compensation when the underachieving boss was sacked in January. Although the first quarter results in December estimated that United are on course for a full year revenue of 666, the figures also revealed that the club's debt is reached a record of 1.29 billion. Crazy. Carrick is believed to be on the modest bonus to take United back to the Champions League, but the benefit of the club will be huge. So they want him to get in Champions League, bro. And there was reports that came out before and even said, if we didn't make Champions League, they were scared. Like, they want to get a midfielder because they know if we don't, it's too much of a risk that we have to make Champions League because of the money, because of the spending power, and etc. But bro, these guys, the debt's just getting bigger and bigger. The Glazers are never going to put nothing in there themselves. It's long. It's just a long day. So we at least get in Champions League and then we can move on from that alone. So yeah, so that's some positive news anyway, because we know we're going for Champions League anyway. That's what we're going for. And then, yeah, we'll see what going on. This is some talks about Sekou Kone. Obviously, he's loan deal. They never registered him in the Conference League. It's Luzon, which is weird because we've sent him over there. You can get some competition. You can get physical and all of that. The ability for Sekou Kone to compete in the Conference League was one of the main things about the Luzon loan that appealed to him and that appealed to the staff because he can go and play a European competition. Despite not being included in their squad for the competition, United sources are still hopeful the loan could be beneficial to the Mali midfielder's development. So he's not going to play as much games, but of course, he still might be able to play the league games. But they didn't want to put him in that squad. Maybe it's just because he's just calm and they had enough numbers and they didn't want to violate anyone. Who knows? But it's good for him anyway. It's going to do him the world of good because he's going to actually start playing with adults for starters. Remember, he's only been playing with under 21s, under 18s. So now he's in Switzerland playing with 30-year-olds, 31-year-olds, toughen him up a little bit and he'll become a little bit more serious. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, this is some talks about the boy Yan Diomande. Obviously, we know what's going on already. Liverpool came out. He came out and said what he said about Liverpool. He said, yeah, my father is a Liverpool supporter. He wants to see me at Anfield. But then he shut it down kind of himself. But this is what Alex Cook's just come out and said at 5:20. So listen, Liverpool look ready to join the race for Leipzig winger Yan Diomande. Man United and Chelsea have both been keeping tabs on Diomande. Leipzig have put a price of more than 80 million on him. That valuation could come down if Leipzig, currently in 5th of the table, miss out on Champions League football next season. So Diomande, this thing's just up and down, man. It keeps changing every minute. 1 minute, he's come out on Instagram. He said what he said, that, yeah, Liverpool's my dream club or something like that. Then he came out yesterday himself and said this. He said, on reports suggesting that he considers Liverpool as his dream club, he said, people made it out to be my dream club. first and foremost, it's my dad's favorite club. So he kind of like, it's not my dream club, it's my dad's favorite club. It was always his great wish to see me there someday because he loves the atmosphere at Anfield. I have a lot of respect for Liverpool, but my dream club right now is Leipzig. So I don't know. He's kind of like doubled back and, I don't know about that. But on Instagram, they've put that as what he said. So I don't know how it's changed now to he's basically saying people made it out to be my dream club. So maybe the person that translated it, the video on Instagram when he's talking, wasn't correct then. Because he's saying, bro, like, first and foremost, it's my dad's, not mine. You know what I'm saying? So he's letting us know, like, like, I'm not sure, like, where you lot are getting this from. It's not my dream club. It's my dad's. And obviously, remember, he had a picture wearing a Man United top when he was a kid. So I was like, this is all weird anyway. The whole situation's weird. He's wearing that Man United top and he looks like a kid. And then the next minute, he's in an Instagram video talking about Liverpool. And then now he's turned around and he's saying, like, I don't know, man. This Yandy and Monday stuff's just all over the place. But yeah, Liverpool apparently in the race now. And obviously, like I said to you, he's came out and there was an Instagram saying that he wants to play. Even it being your dad's dream club, you could consider it because it's your dad's dream club. Do you know what I'm saying? So that alone could make you consider it anyway. So we'll see, man. We'll see what happens with that one, man. And obviously, look, this came out yesterday as well. Some talks about it saying, look, Diamande, there's a roadblock because Liverpool. And everyone keeps going back to that video saying, Man United want to sign him. It's evident they want to sign him. But because of Liverpool, obviously, it's a roadblock because he's already said, innit? He said what he said. Like, Liverpool's the club that he wants to play at. It's his dad's dream club. I don't know. Dalot, his sights are on a return for next month. Nobody knows what happened to this geezer, man. People said it was a light injury, and then he's just been gone forever. Literally, it's been about 2-3 months. I don't know what's going on. He got injured at Crystal Palace away, and we haven't seen him ever since. Like, what is going on? No one's believing that what he actually got is what he actually got. Maybe they're trying to cover it up because they don't want it to seem as mad. Maybe they want to sell him soon. Who knows what's going on? But they said it's a back injury. Now it's turned into every press conference. Oh, he's not close yet. He's not close yet. No one even knows what's going on. So I don't know, man. But Dalot hopefully comes back, especially with Maguire looking like he might leave. We need my man back ASAP. And then obviously we got these talks from Rich Frey that United will prioritise a midfield fresh at the end of the season. It's nothing that we don't really know. They could be in the market to obviously get a fullback if they do go on to qualify for Champions League and have increased fixture schedule. So yeah, we kind of know that already, innit? That's something that we more or less know. Fullback, Dalot and these guys as well. We have to turn around and get rid of them. Ugarte, I think he's definitely gone. But someone like Dalot, I don't mind him being a squad player. He can come off the bench, tired legs and that, but he cannot be our starter next season. We have to get better. Do you know what I'm trying to say? 100%. What else is there? So there's talks about this. Another position on Man United list is likely to be a goalkeeper, with Onana likely to be sold. Bayern there could also leave in pursuit of regular football, and Tom Heaton is looking like he's going to retire. Vitek could see a return to United and be handed that role. Vitek, back up for Lamens, would make a bit of sense. Do you know what I'm saying? Lamens, you're playing all the serious games, the top games. And then obviously, Vitek, you come in, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, etc. And he's at Bristol City on loan, and he's looking all right over there. He's not doing too bad still. So we'll see what happens with him. But it could save them a bit of money as well if they just go out there and get him instead of just, you know what I'm saying, going out there having to spend and get someone better than Lamens when Lamens is doing what he needs to do. So it is what it is. I don't mind. Whatever depth is depth. Then we got some talks about the Saudi Pro League are preparing an 18 million package to get Man United to play their pre-season for their 2026 season in Saudi Arabia. So they want to watch our whole pre-season at Saudi. Boy, I think that's a shout. Why not? Get them over there. Let them do their thing. You get a bit of money in the club. It's just that we got shit owners and they might not even reinvest this money. The Glazers might pocket this or something. You know what I'm saying? Like we might look at an 18 million package and it just doesn't go to anyone. That's the only thing. But yeah, that's what's going on anyway. So we might do our whole pre-season over there. And that's that. There's some talks about Hayden Hackney. We just keep getting linked with this geezer because of Carrick, of course. Man United continue to monitor Hayden Hackney, Middlesbrough, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if that's ever going to happen. Obviously, if Carrick was to stay as our manager, of course, then probably there's talks that could possibly happen. But I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with that one. And then there's these talks about a swap deal. I don't even believe this. I'll be real. Swap deal about Balde. Apparently, we're targeting Balde. It's around the same price as Rashford. So I don't know, man. It's crazy. Let me get a few of these comments anyway. Barcelona are very hard to get money from. I know they're broke. Barcelona is definitely what they got going on over there. Glazers are unhappy at gym, might make sponsors think twice. Exactly. They might mess up our sponsor thing. This is what I'm saying. Jan has high chance of joining Liverpool. I said that because of his dad, innit? Do fans got no right to know about the play of their club? Yeah, of course. Why would you say that? We saying about Dalot. I know it's crazy, innit? The Dalot stuff is a bit weird. But that's the situation with Balde. And then it says, what's this about? CEO Omar Barada and Wilcox are leading the search for the new manager, with Vivell also playing a strong role behind the scenes. All three report to Sir Jim, who will have the final say. So that's just about the new manager, some stuff about that, etc. And then we basically just got Mbumo and Ahmad. They've come out. You know, Man United are doing this podcast style thing now. They're just talking about Carrick and whatnot. It's enjoyable. We enjoy the training. He's a nice guy, blah, blah, blah. And that's about it, really. You know what I'm saying? So that's all the news, my peoples, man. Obviously, I'll be here with a 10-minute update at around 9, 10 o'clock, maybe just after the Champions League. And yeah, you'll know anything that's come out the whole of today and within now till 9 o'clock. So don't watch nothing, man. Smash the likes, my peoples, man. I appreciate all of you lot. Love.
Got some celebs, pull up loco. You know we are next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they're like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. For now, I'm loco. Bumping off the service beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud. Can't touch down.